Passion, drive, and patience. The formula of winning championships is also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything for you to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED lights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has it covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With all the parts you need at the prices that you want. It's easy to make your car the MVP it needs to be and bring home huge wins. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Again, ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
All right, guys, greetings and welcome to another edition of the Loner and Stoner Show. The Loner is flying solo right now at the minute because the Stoner is jet-setting all across the United States. He is up in the great state of Indiana. And what we had planned on doing, because, you know, myself and Colton were very responsible. We don't want to miss any time when it comes to the podcast that Bubba the Love Sponge allows us to do. And we also don't want to disappoint our program director when it comes to the podcasting, Seth Cush. So I'm going to be calling Colton here shortly. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that right now. I kind of feel a little, I don't know, naked without him here. He's up in Indiana right now. Calling Colton.
Go.
Hey, Colton, you're on the air.
You're live right now?
Yeah, not live. I mean, we're
recording?
doing. Yeah, we're recording the podcast. How are things, man?
That's good. I didn't know you were about to call. Let me finish this popcorn up. Huh? I got kettle corn. I went to the Amish place.
Wait, get the food out of your mouth because I can't even understand.
Right, I'm done. I didn't know you were recording. I'm sorry. We went to the Amish place today up in Shipshawana.
Wait, you went to an Amish place?
Yeah.
How is that like? Because, you know, you see Amish and you usually see them in TV shows and movies. Is it like what they portray, what you see on TV and stuff?
Yeah, the whole store was like a general store. That's my Coca-Cola opening because up here in the Midwest, these motherfuckers like to drink Pepsi, so I had to Amazon in some Coca-Cola. But anyways, you go up there, dude, and the whole place is all it's all Amish, everything. Like they have Amish butter, Amish meats, Amish foods, Amish banana breads, Amish pies, Amish popcorn, kettle corn, all this shit. And then they have a flea market out back that's open to everybody and anybody. So the Amish people will be there, and also, you know, your straight white trash like Tampa, Florida would have, they'll be there too.
How I know that you were up there visiting your girlfriend's family and stuff, and I don't want to get you into but how is the Amish women up there?
Honestly, dude, there was one. So we went to a restaurant, right? And the restaurant was all served to us by Amish people. And I think they're Amish because you have the Amish, and then you have the Mennonites, I believe is how it's pronounced.
Oh, that's like one super Amish.
I think so, yeah. So the Amish, I think nowadays, the Amish, for the most part, they're cool with electricity. Like maybe not in their house, but like as far as like where they work and stuff like that and using machines, they're cool with it.
They got air conditioner? They got air conditioner in the restaurant?
In the restaurant, yes. I don't think their houses do though. In the restaurant, yes. But dude, there's just one waitress that was there and she had the full getup on. Like she had like the little Little House on the Prairie like
a Dairy Maid. Like a Dairy Maid.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And she had the long, nice skirt on that goes down to the ankles, you know?
Mm-hmm. Do you think the Amish women shave everything or?
Yeah, I think so. Dude, they look good. Yeah, I will say their shoes are on point. I don't know if it's because much like the Arabic culture where the shoes are the only thing for real, bro. Much like the Arabic culture where all you see is their shoes, you know, like their feet and their eyes. The Amish are the same way. Now you'll see their face and everything, but dude, they had hey dudes. They had on clouds, which shout out on clouds. You know, I'm still trying to get my warranty deal done. But anyways, they had on clouds. They had all types of shoes. Hey dudes, Vans, So the Amish shoe game was on point. I will say
Now,
that.
is everybody driving around in like a cart drawn buggy with a horse in the area?
Yeah. So that whole town or county or jurisdiction, however they label it, that whole town or jurisdiction or county, instead of just having your normal like 2 foot or 3 foot wide shoulder, the shoulder is wide enough for cart and buggy. And I know you're not supposed to take videos or record them, but as I'm driving by them, I'm taking some video. You're not supposed to. Yeah, you're not supposed to like take videos.
What are they, like Indians that you think if you're taking a picture or video, you're stealing their soul or something? Like, what is that
I don't
about?
know, dude. It's bullshit. You know what I told Shelby? I told Shelby, I said, well, if they don't like it, they can catch up and tell me to stop taking pictures. Until then, I'm doing 45 on the main road. They're doing 5 miles an hour on the shoulder.
What is Amish road rage like? Like,
oh, dude, it's funny you say that because there was a guy on. So now a lot of them are riding bicycles. Okay.
yeah.
So like, yeah, the cart and buggy's a thing, but the bicycle's a thing too. And there's a guy on a bicycle that was stuck behind like a full family on a cart and buggy. And like, you know how like when you're in the middle, like when you're on a 2-lane road and you start like kind of like easing your way out to the double yellow line to see if you can pass that semi truck, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the same thing. This dude's like easing out onto the white line to see if he can come out into regular traffic to pass the motherfucker on the horse and carriage. I swear to God. I wonder if they get off the side of the road and start fighting.
Yeah, like if somebody walks up and start, you know how they like to punch the car windows? Like if somebody got out and started punching the other dude's horse or something?
Yeah. Or like they took off their something like their door handle on the side of their cart. Yeah.
Do the Amish? Okay, I know they don't believe in technology, but I mean, this isn't electric. Do they carry? Do you think Amish conceal carry?
I don't know about concealed. They may carry at their house. I mean, like I said, they have beautiful homes. They just got lamp and fucking feather and ink in that motherfucker.
Isn't that crazy?
They don't got electricity.
Do you think you could live that way? I mean,
hell no, dude. I'm driving by them on my phone, listening to Bubba the Love Sponge, doing 60 miles an hour on my way to the dispensary. Like, hell no, I'm not sitting in the damn shoulder taking an hour. Oh, you didn't know that?
Wait,
Indiana.
Okay, I was
Michigan's. Yeah, Michigan's got legal weed, dude.
Is there Amish in Michigan? Because I would think that they're a bunch of farmers and stuff, and I would think that the Amish would have great weed if they were weed croppers. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you would yeah.
If they put their mind to it and did it, I would agree with you because anything they do, they're good. Bro, I saw one guy plowing a field or tilling a field
with a donkey.
He was doing some type of farm work to a field. Bro, 2 horses and he was standing on the attachment. I swear to God. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like I'm watching a movie from the 1840s. Dude. He's got the hat, he's got the suspenders, the white long sleeve shirt, and he's fucking plowing this field with 2 horses and, you know, like a plow. The plow looked kind of newer.
Yeah.
It looked like a skid steer attachment that was not hooked up to a skid steer. Instead, it was hooked up to 2 horses.
But I mean,
Ooh,
so the Amish, they don't have electricity and stuff. Okay, now that means that they gotta go out to a well and pump their water out to take showers and stuff. Like there would be times. Because say you come home from plowing the field, you love sitting in the garage. And I'm going to get to that because I have a question about garages. And you're tired, you're high, maybe you're gimmicked up and stuff. The last thing you want to do is walk out a half mile to the well or wherever it may be, pump out the water, take it to the bathtub, and put it in there and shower because you're not taking showers if you're Amish.
No, because you're going to have to puddle up water into a tub. Unless you have your girl fucking stand above you and just keep dumping water over you over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. But once again, the Amish lifestyle is so slow, dude. We talk about, oh, you know, when I retire, I can't wait to live life in the right-hand lane. You know, when you're on the interstate, you're in the right-hand lane, you're chilling. You can get off the exit at any time to stop and visit whatever the hell you want to go see. But when you're living like the life like you and I right now, you're in the left-hand lane, you're hauling ass, you're bypassing exits, you're going straight to your destination. You got no time to stop and smell the roses, if you will. But the Amish people, it seems like they got nothing but time. All day long. They got, because the radius is not very big. Like, for instance, I went from Fort Wayne this morning. That's where Shelby's family lives. Shout out to Mama Shelby. Thank you for letting me stay at your place, Mama Shelby. I don't know if you want your name out there or not, but that's Shelby's mother. Thank you. We are in Fort Wayne, and Shelby's sister lives in Fort Wayne as well. Shout out to Sister Shelby.
Older or younger? Why don't you hook me up?
She is 1 year younger, and she is on her way to being married.
Okay, damn it. Never mind. I was going to say.
Two kids and a fiance, and they are great. They've kind of been hosting us. We stay the night at Mama Shelby's, but they've been hosting, like, we went to the lake, and they host kind of the lake party, and we've been to their house for food, and they host that. So thank you to them as well. And they're also the ones that gave us the hookup on where we needed to go in Michigan. Which that's been huge. Like, that has been huge. The fact that I was able to go up to Michigan and they got legal pot. Ooh, boy, it's only a 1 hour and 5 minute drive from door to door.
Okay, so if you're new to listening to anything related or spin-off shows or podcasts related to the Bubba the Love Sponge show, Colton, one of his favorite pastimes is sitting out in his garage and smoking and just hanging out. Friends randomly coming by, hanging out. Do you remember that cartoon King of the Hill? Like when they sat out or stood in front of the fence just drinking beer and stuff?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Have you set up your little spot in the garage? Tell me about your
what, here at Mama Shelby's?
Yeah, hanging out spot. Like, have you kind of made it your own? Are you
at Mama Shelby's, she has a back porch that she uses a lot.
Okay.
Obviously, Mama Shelby is from the Tampa Bay area. She lived in Clearwater, which, for those that don't know, it's a little bit further north than St. Pete. She was very close to the beach, so she is a beach person. Right now, I'm looking at beach floats. She is very much into flamingos. There's a lot of flamingos around this house. So on the back
real
porch,
flamingos
no, fake. We're in Indiana. It's all fake.
I was about to say.
But she is very much, how people are into decorations. Her decorations, her thing is flamingos.
People collect
things. So there
are
flamingos. Yes. And hers is flamingos. We have flamingos everywhere. So her back porch is kind of her safe haven, of which we're in Indiana. It's currently 5 o'clock out, and we're sitting at 79 degrees. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, it's beautiful. No humidity. I think the high has been the high for today. Hold on. Today's high was 84. Today's low 62 with no humidity. So it's awesome. So we've been out back. That's kind of our area, hanging with the flamingos. There's a lot of flamingos back there, but it's beautiful back there. She's got chairs set up, everything. But I will tell you, Shelby's mom and Shelby's sister were very shocked to see how I travel.
Yeah, it's a little too much. It's a little obsessive. No, it's obsessive and a little too much.
Well, so we flew in on Friday. So obviously today we're this week, which full circle, Pat, or Tuttle, Loner, whatever we're calling you on this show. I went over to Bubba's childhood home this morning.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Okay, so we'll get back to that then for sure. What'd he say? Let's just get it now then. What'd he say?
Oh, no, I mean, okay, so like you, I was trying to be preemptive. I'm like, look, you obviously know that Colton is in Indiana. He went out to Bubba's house, and he was like, yeah, Bubba, really, really thought it was cool that Colton went out to the house. I was looking at some of the feedback on social media, and there are some people out there that are saying that it was a little ass kissy of maybe what you did today. And
okay, I'm not. Call it ass kissy if you want. I think it's great content.
No, it's great.
Nobody else has ever been out to Bubba's house and showed where his childhood house is. We all hear about this infamous 1915 Rosemont, but no one's seen this 1915 Rosemont. So for years, I mean, dating back to SiriusXM days, and even before, we've been hearing about this damn 1915 Rosemont.
Was Doug Clem's garage still there?
Still there. Bubba Clem, young little Bubba Clem's basketball hoop, still there.
Wow.
Doug Clem built a rail for the mailboxes to go on for all the mailboxes on the street. It started off with like 3 or 4 mailboxes, I think Bubba said. Excuse me. There's like 8 mailboxes on this motherfucker now. So stuff that Bubba and his father Doug Clem did there at that house, it's still standing. We'll circle back to when I was traveling here.
Yeah.
You want to hear about what Shelby's? You want to hear? So before I even get here, and when we come back next week, I'm going to have a lot more. I have all my notes written down, so we'll be able to dive into topics a little bit more detailed. So I just kind of want to dive into the first day only right now, if you will, and touch on some other stuff. But on the first day, dude, I showed up. Let me rephrase this. My packages and my boxes showed up before I even got into town. And that's when Shelby's mother and sister realized what the hell have we gotten ourselves into with Shelby's boyfriend, Colton.
Is this the first time meeting her mother?
No. So her mother lived down, like I said, in Clearwater, Dunedin to be exact. Shout out Dunedin. And so I've met her mother several times. She's been to my house for Thanksgiving last year. Shelby's brother, we don't talk about him often.
I love it. Her brother is awesome.
Yep, I think you've helped moved him a few times.
Yep.
But yeah, so Friday, dude, before I even show up, I have water, soda, Gatorade, candy, packing tape. All these items start showing, lighter fluid. All these items start showing up to Shelby's mother's house the week of me leaving.
Why are you sending goddamn lighter fluid, dude? Like, it probably would be cheaper for you to just buy the shit up in Indiana, man.
Well, it wasn't like I bought it and sent it out from Florida. I just ordered it off of Amazon and changed my home address to Shelby's mother, to Mama Shelby's address, and sent it out here. So yeah, dude, things just start showing up out of nowhere. And Shelby's mother's like, this came, and poor elderly lady. She's a little older, and Shelby's, on the younger ends of her kids, and Shelby's a little older than me. So dude, and she walks with a cane and stuff, sometimes. Mm-hmm. And dude, I'm sending 24 packs of water, 24 packs of Gatorade, and I'm thinking I didn't think about.
She didn't carry it in, did she?
Fuck. Oh, dude, I don't know who carried it in. I think she might have kind of kicked it in. No, honestly, I think Shelby's sister's fiance carried it in.
So,
which once again, I don't know if they want their names out there or not, because I would love to give them credit for what they've done for me. But I'll find out this week. I still got a few more days here. Obviously, we're doing this show, you just called me out of nowhere. So now we're recording. I'm live in Indiana, Fort Wayne to be exact, sitting at Shelby's mother's house. I'm currently inside the garage because the Mexicans are out back mowing the yard.
Okay, so are there any differences from Indiana to Florida, like the way of life? Because a lot of people think Indiana, everybody thinks Indiana is up north, but I would say that Indiana is one of those states that could easily be passed off as a southern state, per se.
Oh, I don't know. People want to say, like, this is Indiana, people are nicer, because I went and did some interviews for Bubba today in Warsaw, and some people had some pushback on me, don't record me, blah, blah, blah. Actually, I got one video that's really good about a guy just flipping out on me that can't wait for Bubba to see. But so I didn't really see people being nicer. I felt people were nicer to me down in Florida, to be honest with you. So that whole Southern hospitality thing, I think is true. I think Florida definitely has better hospitality than Indiana, as far as like general lay of the land and people. Also, up here in the Midwest, dude, things are just slow. Everything is slow. People drive
spread out, right?
Yeah, it's all spread out. There's no traffic. Just like your quality of life, but your speed of life is just slowed down. Everything's a little slower. No one seems to be in a real rush.
What about this?
People seem stupider. I don't know.
Stupider. But, okay, I mean, I get it. At one time, the murder capital of the United States was in Indiana.
Gary, Indiana, is that correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I will say, from talking to people here, Gary is not a place many people want to go visit.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'll be going to visit there. It is probably 2.5 hours from me. So I will probably not be going to Gary, Indiana. And you do know Gary, Indiana is like Never mind.
What about this, though? Indiana, they're known for their basketball. A lot of great white basketball players. I'm not saying that there's not any black basketball players coming from Indiana. A lot of basketball hoops up on farm area,
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. As soon as we get into town, there's I'm not bullshitting you. There's a basketball hoop in the middle of a cornfield. Like, dude's got a full-blown cornfield and a basketball. I swear to God, he got a basketball hoop. Every single church has a basketball hoop outside that people use on the regular. Every rec center's got a basketball hoop. That's not a lie. There is a lot of basketball being played here in Indiana. Of course, you see that. You think of the typical, just the backboard rim on the front of their house, on the front gable of their home.
Just a hoop.
It's a thing.
Just a hoop or a milk crate that somebody cut the bottom out of to use for a hoop.
I haven't seen a milk crate yet, but we'll see. I am going down to Columbus, I think, later this week, so maybe I'll see something on the way down that way.
Any difference on the prices? Cheaper or more expensive?
No, I think everything's been about the same. It might be a smidge cheaper. Like, for instance, I know Shelby's mother, Mama Shelby, likes to drink Diet Coke. I think she said Diet Coke from McDonald's in particular is like $2 down there, and she says like $1.50 up here. So it's a little cheaper for some things.
What are the grocery stores like? We got Publix, Winn-Dixie, and stuff down here. But but you haven't driven by any like grocery stores.
I mean, I've driven by like a Kroger.
Okay, they got Kroger's up there.
Shelby's here. Shelby goes shopping, but
they don't have Winn-Dixie's in Indiana. They don't have Winn-Dixie's.
No Winn-Dixie. No Winn-Dixie. No Publix. I have been inside a Walmart. That's because I left the dispensary, and the Walmart was directly next in the same parking lot, damn near at the dispensary. So I stopped in there to grab a bag of ice on my way to the lake. But that's really it. Shelby has been doing all the grocery shopping.
Are you still bargain shopping when you're up in Indiana, or do you just let it eat?
I don't worry about it as much because I am on vacation. I don't like to necessarily be as stressed. But then again, I'm not stopping at a gas station and buying a $3 Coca-Cola from inside. We're still getting
no beef
Coca-Cola
jerky
from here.
No beef jerky.
No beef jerky. I still have a cooler. In fact, it's right here. I just washed it out. You can hear it. I just cleaned the cooler out. A nice little igloo. Shout out once again to Mama Shelby for letting me use her cooler. So I just like in Florida, I have my cooler every day. I have my Gatorade, my water, my soda pop in the cooler. I've been using Mama Shelby's cooler, and everywhere we go up here, I have my Gatorade, water, soda pop in the cooler. So I've been saving money on that part of it.
How's the
which is cool.
How's the I don't want to like blow you in or anything, but how is the dispensaries per se when you went to Michigan?
Dude, so the dispensary game is awesome. The only thing that sucks about it is Michigan charges 16% tax right now. So if you spend $100 in pot, you're spending $116 just in taxes. So I mean, we spent probably about $200.
Is it good quality or?
The quality is good. So I can even break it down further for you. They sell. So let's just go by the ounce. Okay, the ounce. It ranges from $100 to $200, and this is how they break it down. Anything that's higher than 30% THC.
I love a great deal just as much as the next guy, but I'm not going to crawl through a bed of hot coals or go out of my way just to save a few bucks. And if I am, man, it's got to be easy. No hoops, no BS. So when Mint Mobile says it's easy to get wireless for $15 a month with the purchase of a 3-month plan, I'm going to call them out on it. Turns out, it's really that easy. It's that easy to get wireless for $15 a month. The longest part of the process was the time I spent on hold waiting to break up with my old provider. That's a nightmare. Wish everything was as easy as Mint. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk-to-text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your old phone number with you, along with all of your existing contacts. To get this new customer offer with your 3-month premium wireless plan for only $15 a month, you must go to mintmobile.com/Bubba. That's mintmobile.com/BUBBA. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Bubba. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower on 40 gigabytes on unlimited plans. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
Want to teach your kids financial literacy, but not sure where to start? Greenlight can help. With Greenlight, parents can keep an eye on kids' spending and saving, while kids and teens use a card of their own to build money confidence. As a parent, you can send instant money transfers, set up chores, automate allowance, and more. It's a convenient way to run your household, customized to your family's needs, and the easy way to raise financially smart kids. Get started with Greenlight today and get your first month free at greenlight.com/Wondery.
Sea level, which is pretty damn high. That's considered their premium, and that's $200. Anything that's like in the mid-20s or so is their mid-range, and that's $150. And anything that's like in the high teens or super low 20s is in their $100 range. So
is it recreational?
It's really reasonably priced.
It's recreational.
100% recreational. I walked in there with my Florida State ID, and they take my Florida State ID, verify I'm over the age of 21 years old, remind me that it's cash only, and if you want to use their ATM, you can, which I don't need to do it. Because their ATM is like,
they take
who knows the fee on it.
By the way, if people are just joining us right now, Colton will not go to an ATM machine that is going to charge you to withdraw money. Like, he refuses.
I don't think I've ever been to an ATM in my life. Like, I've been to like my ATM at the bank.
Yeah.
I've been to a bank teller, and where we're from, obviously in Florida, we have Publix. My bank, I can pull money out of the ATM at Publix for free. But as far as like, I've ever been to an ATM in a store or like in a bar or in a gas station, I've never been to one of those in my life.
So do they
I got free
limit
breakfast this morning.
where?
I was on the way to Warsaw, and I had to take a nice little poop. So I pulled into the, I think it was the Hampton Inn. I pulled in there and took a little poop on the way.
God damn
Washed
it.
my hands up, and on the way out, I got myself some free breakfast. That was cool.
So now when you go to the dispensaries, like, can you only get the edibles and the flour, or can you get wax there is what I'm trying to say? No?
Yes, you can get,
Wow.
You can get wax, you can get tinctures, you can get edibles, you can get everything. I'm working on a bag of edibles right now. A choice of, it's like a 200 milligram. It's pretty damn strong, but I'm working on a bag of that right now, and I'm smoking some Do-si-do, I think it's called. It's all labeled. It's all proper. Honestly, it is pretty damn cool. And it's only about 105 minutes.
I have a love-hate relationship with the Delta 9 shit. I was up at the gas station, and the guy that owns it, he's Indian, and I was going up there to just buy some like Tylenol PM so I could sleep the other night. It was Sunday night. I go in there, I get that, and he was like, I'm not even going to try to do an Indian accent at all, but he was like, oh, you're having a hard time sleeping, because
so you're having a hard time sleeping.
Thank you. They have a smoke shop, and he was like,
we have a smoke shop next door. If you have a hard time sleeping, we have a smoke shop next door. You just come over here, and we'll give it to you for half off. You're my friend.
So, Colton, the gummy that I got from this Delta 9 stuff was about the size of a Jolly Rancher, okay? And I took a third of it. And I've already taken that stuff one time with you before, and I told you that I didn't even know how to spell simple words. I don't even remember.
How do you spell square?
Yeah, I didn't know how to spell square. Dude, I had a hangover all day yesterday. Yeah. And it's kind of weird because a weed hangover is way different, back from my drinking days and stuff. It's way, way different. Like, the edibles will stick around with you for a while sometimes. And I just don't know what it is. Like, is there any THC in that at all?
I don't know. Honestly, it depends. I don't think there's... Delta 9, I think, has like a THC. Yeah, I think it does have THCA, which is supposed to activate when you light it. But if we're eating it, I don't know how it activates. I really don't know that Delta 9 or Delta 8, whatever it is.
I can't do it anymore, man. It just does not agree with me. I can't do it.
I don't blame you. The Delta, I like the recreational legit stuff. The stuff that you get from the gas station always seems to be a little off. Not you. I'm saying us, me, you. The stuff us citizens get from the gas station always seem to be a little off. Whether you go back 10 years or so, you think about the spice days. We used to smoke K2 and spice from the gas station.
I never did that. I never did that at all.
But still, that would fuck you up. And now the gas stations are selling this legal weed or legal edibles or whatever it is. And honestly, that seems to kind of fuck you up too. Just the regular, just traditional pot seems to be good.
Yeah,
I'll be best.
I'll stick with that. My guy is out of town, so that's what I got resulted to the other day. So you're up in Indiana. And I'm just a little curious. What was the total cost of everything that you sent up there, like delivery wise? I'm talking about the delivery costs. I'm not talking about the purchases.
Oh, like I paid about $20 in shipping.
Whew.
Yeah, I paid about $20 in shipping.
And you got to ship it back.
Me a lot because
you got to ship it back though.
Yeah, I probably have to ship it back. Yeah.
Now, did you have any issues with the flying? That was one of the questions that I wanted to bring up.
Friday, obviously, we left Friday, and that was the day of the big global IT shortage.
Microsoft.
Microsoft, someone did an update, and it fucked up Microsoft, and blah, 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 blah. So we flew up here, St. Pete to Fort Wayne, because that's the best flight to do. So that's what we did. It was pretty cheap, about $200. So yeah, shout out. Thank you. But we had some issues, not too bad for us in particular. But when we got to the airport, we could not check in. So you're supposed to check in 24 hours before on the phone. We were unable to check in on the phone at all. We were unable to check in on the website. We just couldn't check in. We didn't know why. We'll come to find out it's from the IT shortage, but we did not know that at the time. So we go to the airport early. You're supposed to be there, whatever it is, 2 hours early. We get there even earlier, knowing that we're having an issue checking in.
Where'd you park at? Where did you park at?
So my truck's actually at the BRN.
Okay.
And we get a little Uber smoober across the bridge. My parents drove me there, but we're going to Uber back from St. Pete over to the studio to pick up my truck. But when we get to the St. Pete International fly out, all flights up till about 2 p.m. were canceled. Our flight was closer to 4 or 5 p.m. That flight was still good, but like I said, we couldn't check in. We couldn't do anything, so we had to do all that old school at the ticket counter. But to get in line for the ticket counter is about a 30-minute wait. The line for the refund for all the people that flights were canceled, all the way up until about 1 or 2 o'clock, dude, that line was over an hour long. And you got to think, bro, these people are sitting there with their luggage, nowhere to go, nothing to do. St. Pete Airport is not like Tampa Airport. Like, you might have one restaurant, one bar. That's it.
It's a Gary, Indiana of airports.
I've never been there, so I don't know. But yeah, probably.
But what
we got lucky. We did get lucky. Our plane made it up here with no issues. We landed on time. I think 6 minutes delayed, like big whoopsie do. So we personally had no issues besides being unable to check in on our flight. But other than that, once we got to the airport early, we had no issues.
All right. So you went up. You do realize that I saw the news this morning when I woke up. There are still people that have been at the airport for 4 fucking days.
Yeah. Like, people got fucked.
Oh, I would be fuming.
And the reason we were getting worried is because we have stuff planned every day. So I'll touch base upon it more next week's show. But like, for instance, we flew in on Friday late at night. We got in like 8 o'clock at night. But starting Saturday, we had stuff to do. I mean, we had Tin Caps game, which is the local AAA ball team here. We went to the Tin Caps game. We had fireworks Saturday night. Sunday, we had to go to Michigan. Over to the lake Sunday night. So we've had stuff every single day. Obviously today we went out. Today is Tuesday. We're recording this. We went out to Warsaw. I went live with Bubba. I then got some interviews after the fact at Center Lake. I met up with Larry Plummer to say hello to him.
Oh, you did?
And then I did. So I met up with Larry Plummer. Dude, he's such a pimp.
Did you? Was he on the job?
Just took delivery. No. Yeah. I
work in the parks department.
Which,
yeah.
Yep. And when I went and he's shout out Larry, he's put his time in. He's got no dirt under his nails. He's at the parks department, but he ain't out there planting flowers.
Well, it's not like he didn't have to do that back in the day.
That's why I said shout out because he's put his time in. So I don't know how long he's been there. I want to say 30-something years.
Technically that's like a county or like a state job almost. So I'm sure like he's see, that's the other thing about working up north. They get pensions up north.
It's probably City of Warsaw is what it probably is. I will say, dude, his parks department is beautiful. The grass, perfect. I mean, it looked really, really, really good. But yeah, he just got back. They had a delivery, I guess, last week of a new truck. So he had to take a new truck. Him and a coworker had to go take a new truck in to go get, I guess, decaled and snow plowed and put a snow plow on the front and all the other stuff on it that they need. Shout out to Larry Plummer.
I'm gonna put you on the spot here, even though like I would hope that you would be on. What is your thoughts of the city that Bubba grew up in, Warsaw, Indiana? Like, because I mean, Central Florida, you would admit that Florida is growing, especially the area that you live in. Like the area that you live in is, in my opinion, going to be one of the next big areas that people are going to want to go to in Florida, especially Central Florida.
And it's already, it already has become that. And like we say it often, I'm like about 20 to 30 miles north of Tampa. So I'm not in the city of Tampa. I'm not in the same county that Tampa's in. I'm one county north, which is the place to. It really is. It's the place. It's suburbia town right now. It's the place to be.
Yeah.
But as far as Warsaw and what I feel about that, okay. So
is it like what Bubba described from all the stories that you've heard?
Honestly, Bubba describes it as if it's smaller than I felt like it was. Maybe not like smaller, like in terms of like size, like, square miles, but like he makes it feel like it's really, really small townish and everybody knows everybody's business type of thing.
Do they have a downtown? Do they have a downtown area?
They have a downtown. And like when Bubba pictures this, when Bubba talks about this Warsaw, I think, well, before, to going there today, I thought it was like one stoplight, one flashing yellow light. You know what I mean?
Because that's
not the case.
That's technically where I grew up at. We didn't have a stoplight at all. So it might have been that way at one point. But
yeah, Bubba was back there, and I think he said he was the co-captain for the Warsaw Tigers in 1983, was his junior or senior year or something like that. So maybe back in the early 80s, there was just a single flashing stoplight town. But now downtown has, like a good amount of lights all the way through it. It's like a true downtown. There's city blocks. It's like a true downtown. There's several, like I said, you talked about Center Lake. I went to Center Lake today. That was kind of how he described it. I felt like he describes that pretty accurate, at least for my own sake.
From what you've seen, what do you think is like the big hangout spot? Like, I don't know how much.
That's Center Lake. It's that Center Lake. Center Lake there's a nice pavilion down there where they play live music. There was the lake, of course, which Bubba calls it, the beach. It's definitely not a beach, Bubba. It's a lake. And the swimming area of the lake. Now, you could probably swim wherever the hell you want, but as far as like parking at the City of Warsaw parking lot and walking to quote unquote the beach, it's probably only like 50 yards wide, like the beach area. It's not very big. It's
you got to worry
50
about
yards. Now the lake is huge, but the beach area where the lifeguards are at, it's only about 50 yards.
So in Florida, any body of water you're getting into, you automatically have to assume that there's alligators in it. No alligators in Indiana, though, correct?
No, I don't think so. I do not think so.
A little too cold.
I saw a black squirrel. For real. Black squirrel. Like, that's what they're called. They're called a black squirrel. I saw a chipmunk. That was cool. A chipmunk, like just like here, like, and we're here in Fort Wayne, Suburbiaville, if you will.
Did the black squirrel
did the black
squirrel get asked to go to the back of the tree?
No.
Okay.
No, he was
okay.
stealing nuts from the squirrel next door. No, I'm just fucking around. But no, I did see that, and like I said, we live over here. Mama Shelby lives over in suburbia of
It's a
Fort Wayne. It's
nice
not like we're
place.
like in the country. It's a nice little suburbia area that she lives in, and yeah, we have squirrels and chipmunks and some geese and stuff like that.
I mean, when you say country, it does not look like country. Like, if you didn't tell me where you were at, I'd be like, okay, that could be any development in Florida, per se.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, the neighborhood she lives in is not like Indiana cornfield.
No, it's nice.
She still lives in a regular. She's in a regular suburbia. Now, 12, 15 minutes down the road, we're in the middle of the cornfield. But where she's at, she's in a nice newer development, if you will.
All right, so
that part's cool.
So I did talk to Seth because I just wanted to kind of clarify to cover our asses. I talked to Seth and I said, hey, Seth, just to let you know, obviously, Colton's up in Indiana. It's not going to be the longest show this week. Do you get what I'm saying? I didn't want to do.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Seth said, do 30 minutes plus, you're good to go, as long as it's good. And I think this was a great conversation and all.
I agree. I do have the Google Voice pulled up on my cell phone if you want to roll through, maybe not the voicemails, but maybe read off some text messages real quick.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to read some texts, I'm more than down for it.
Okay. So Bum Army 77 says, fucking killing it. Great show. If you remember last week, we had Loner and Stoner last week. You and I thought it was a good show. We talked to Tuttle about it and stuff like that. So people are kind of commenting amongst that. So Bub Army 77 says, great show, fucking killed it.
I would almost guarantee you somebody called in to bust my balls about the penis pump discussion. I
got my balls busted on the after show about it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. So let's see here. Mike from the 941 says, Stoner, you wedgie stickler. Stop Mr. SEC from Media Gray and stopping the greatest player of all time at the gate. Oh, talking about when I said Messi had to stop and Nick Saban had to stop. You're going to be that HOA old man with the white New Balances pointing your finger. Love the drink hack at the Bucks game. Great pod this week. Thank you, Mike.
Why do old people like wearing New Balance? Like, I will admit, though, that New Balance has stepped up their game and the shoes are a little bit more acceptable. When you say
official, it is.
It's a dad shoe.
It's the official shoe of the Grill Master 3000s. They are. It's the Grill Master
and
shoe.
The pulled up.
If you know how to work a grill, yeah, you need to have the white crew socks up to your calves. And you need to have your white New Balances on working that damn grill. Janessa Satachi, great show, guys. Keep it up. He's from the 315. I'll do about 5 more here. Vic from Volusia says, awesome show once again. One of your best shows so far. Loved all the topics, but that shit on the cop was fucking hilarious. I can't wait to hang with both you guys. I'll stay away from the gelling and dick pumping. Love you guys. Vic from Volusia. He's talking about the lady that shit herself while getting arrested. We spoke about that last week in Baltimore. Someone here from the 502 looks like a new number. Hey guys, love the show. If you need a new editor for your podcast, I can help you out because whoever is doing it now keeps the Bubba bumpers at the beginning loud as fuck, and then the show is about a third as loud.
We have nothing.
To blast the volume to hear the show. The commercials come in. So go ahead, Pat. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean we don't have anything to do with the commercials at the beginning of the show, and I don't want anybody to think I'm throwing anybody under the bus. We don't send what we do with, like how, and I'm not saying anything bad about it, but the stuff that comes in, that runs before the show, we don't have anything to do with that.
Correct. And I think, I don't even know if Seth has anything to do with that, or if that's just thrown in from the podcast. We'll find out. Mike from Michigan. What up, Mike from Michigan? I was just up in Michigan, getting the dispensary. But he says, love the Loner and Stoner podcast. He's been here from the start. Great duo, Mike from Michigan. Well, thank you, Mike from Michigan. I'll do 2 more here. Steve in Northdale from Tampa, Florida says, great show, guys. Keep up the great work. Very proud of you, Tuttle, for getting sober. So I'm always proud of you. We'll hit one more here from the 352. What's up, Loner and Stoner? You guys are getting back. You guys are right behind Operation Pigmentation. Take a listen to this song from Tom McDonald. I don't know if you can play it on your podcast because of copyright issues. Well, I can't play it right now because I'm on the show via phone call, but we can try to play that next week, maybe.
So how about this? This is what I would like to do, okay? We have there are two things that I got coming up. I'm trying to look at the next time I am in Tampa for Bubba's show. It is the 7th is the next time. August 7th is the next time I'm coming in. Number one, I have to record myself.
You got some homework.
Yeah, I gotta.
You got some homework.
I gotta bake a cake.
No, were you supposed to say what you're supposed to do?
No, because Bubba talked about it on the show when I was there. I gotta bake a cake, and I need to record myself doing that. Okay. And number two, I after the Wednesday show that I go on, Seth is supposed to take me to Latin Sons to get my hair cut. I think it would be in the best interest if both members of Loner and Stoner went and hung out when I got my hair cut and we break bread with them. Because, I really, really do think that a lot of people are comparing, like it or not, we're team players. Both me and you are team players. But the audience is trying to pit us against the other big dog show when it comes to the podcasting, is what I'm trying to say. And I think we need to get ahead of any potential problems and break bread with Latin Sons and just show everybody that things are going okay. Everybody's team players and stuff. Because, look, I've worked in radio over 20 years, and this is what audiences do, Colton. They love radio drama. They love...
Well, luckily, we don't have to worry about that. Obviously, we know I'm already in good with the boys at Latin Sons. I got no issues, no drama. No,
I don't either.
So I can just fold you into the mix. We're going to have no... I think you put it best by saying team players, and that's what we're going to continue to be.
Yeah. So will you come with me?
I got Shelby peeking. I will go with you. Okay. I got Shelby peeking her head underneath.
Hi, Shelby.
It's dinner time. So I got my headphones in. She can't hear nothing. So it's dinner time. So with that being said,
I'll let you go.
Yes, I'm down for Latin Sons. Yes, I'm down to do the cake recording deal. But yeah, today is Tuesday, the 23rd. I don't know when this gets released, but I still got a few more days here in Indiana to get into some shit. I'm gonna go down and see. Goddamn, I'm gonna go down and see Sumo. I'm gonna see him one night.
Wait, are you please save any of the content with you and Sumo to talk about on the show next week,
I'll have it
please.
Next week.
Please.
And I got a bunch of notes from everything else. We barely dipped our toe into the amount of stuff that I have.
I think you're gonna have a good time with Sumo, though.
I think so too.
All right.
Well, Shelby's calling me. I gotta run. You can close the show up. Have fun. I miss you. Have fun, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Colton. See ya.
Peace.
All right, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I really appreciate everybody being understanding that we kind of had to do the show in a little bit of a different way this week. Colton is up in Indiana, hanging out with his girlfriend Shelby, visiting her family, but he's out getting some content and stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's show. Make sure you follow Bubba the Love Sponge and the whole Bubba the Love Sponge network on all social media. Just search at the Bubba Army. Subscribe to his YouTube channel and all of that good stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's show. Hopefully you guys stay safe, and we will talk to you next week.